Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Danny buys homes with my boy Stefan Lopez _ here at you with another episode, number 5 of Microflip Mafia. How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm excited. We're only like 25% of the way through our podcast series. So if anybody who's tuning in right now, we scheduled me and Danny, 10 of us, 10 guests.
Oh, we're letting
Very
them know. Okay.
Oh, should I not drop that? Should I restart?
Hey, it's too late. It's too late.
It's
We already
just
dropped
kidding.
it.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
just
that's the
kidding.
case, we're not even 25% through because this is just
No,
the 5th episode.
this one is the 25%. So we're making our way, but I'm having so much fun doing it and documenting like our
Oh,
process. Just
you're right.
know like it's only gonna get saucier and better from here. So stoked to be back on our third episode, just you and me, Danny, crushing it.
Heck yeah, dude. Guys, we've done a lot of exciting things in these past 2 weeks. To start off, I flew out to Texas for a week, stayed with my boy Stefan in San Antonio. We made a freaking huge trip out of it. So we went from San Antonio. We basically just drove around Texas. So I went there on Thursday. Then Saturday, we went to Dallas for Vina Jetty's 1 billion sell in multifamily and birthday party celebration. So that was really cool. And it was just awesome that she wanted to have us all there, and it was this big thing. It was a great experience. Um, yeah, it
Yeah,
was
and
fun stuff.
congrats to Vina. Right now, she had her birthday. She looks like 30 years old, doing $1 billion in multifamily transactions. So super freaking dope that the community of people that we get to be around, billionaires, multiple millionaires, just allow us to come hang out. And was so glad to be able to flew Danny in early, and then we drove up to Dallas, which was dope.
Yeah,
Got a little bit
yeah.
of a road trip. Danny
It's
got to see Texas. Danny,
it was my first time in Texas, guys.
what'd you think, bro? I remember, guys, when I picked up Danny, right? You could just see the excitement on his face when he would see a Texas quick trip. Okay, that was hilarious. Okay, the
Bro,
look on his face was like a kid in a candy store, just like, bro, a quick trip. Oh wow, another one. What
oh
is
my
that? What
gosh.
is this thing? Okay.
Guys, if you guys don't know, I still like Quick Trip. That's where I used to work for 4 years and where I learned a lot of my skills, like being handy, working on stuff. I was a maintenance technician when I left. But that was a really good company to work for. So I still like them. Like I got Quick Trip stuff on my freaking hats and bags and stuff. If you guys ever see me traveling, I'll have a Quick Trip bag on my back.
Yeah, Quick Trip was like a huge part of who you were for literally like the
Yeah,
last year, 3 years maybe, right?
4, bro.
4 years. So it's not like it just is easily removed. And they actually from what you've told me, other than like you working all the time, they like gave you a bunch of ways like that, like a bunch of reasons to stay, which is like
Yeah,
so.
like I got a truck to do whatever I wanted with because it was a work truck, it was a utility bed and everything, but they let me use it for personal use too.
Right.
So it
Stuff
was
like that.
amazing. Like my boss, when I put my notice in, she was like, "Are you sure you want to quit this truck? Doesn't the truck help out when you're flipping houses?" Because they literally were like, "Yeah, use this when you're flipping your houses too, but don't leave."
Huh.
So they were like, she was like, "Doesn't the truck help you out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I could buy another truck."
Which is true.
Yeah. So no, yeah. So there's a big part of me. So I'm still like, I still root for Quick Trip on the side. Still a cool place. And I'm like, okay, it's my first Texas Quick Trip.
Shut up. He said, it's my first Texas quick trip. But the
Okay.
look on your face, Danny, when we were driving around San Antonio and just you getting excited about the quick trips, that
Dude,
was awesome because when you hang out with your homies, you want to do stuff that is exciting and fun. And then when we actually embarked on our Dallas road trip, we got to show you the mecca of gas stations.
oh, Bucky's.
Bucky's. Please let people know about Bucky's, the mecca of
Guys,
gas
if you
stations.
don't already know about Bucky's, they got sour mints. This dude's like, what the
I know where you got them too. There's like one Bucky's in Georgia.
Yeah, the one Bucky's in Georgia. The guys, Bucky's has basically 100, like 200 fueling points. So like 100 dispensers. This dude's like, he's like, oh, he's talking his gas dispenser. No, okay. No, they got a bunch of gas pumps, as normal people would call them. I call them dispensers because that's what they are.
I like
But
it.
yeah, I'm certified to work on them, by the way. But don't call me because I don't do that anymore.
Right.
But no, they have a bunch of gas pumps, and it's basically it's like a Walmart, but it's not. It's like what is the right word for it? It's the Walmart of gas stations, maybe.
It's like so it's huge. Okay, so like the way I would describe it to people is like imagine you're a gas station, but like 10 times bigger with like 10
Yeah.
times more shit, just Texas sized. They got a mascot running around in a beaver costume.
They did.
Customers. There's 100 urinals. There's like infinite food. They're making food in front of you. They're making fudge over here. They're cooking pretzels. They're handing out popcorn. They're literally is fire. Okay. And we stopped there just literally to stop there. We're like, all right, let's get some gas. Let's hit up Buc-ee's, see what's up.
Some brisket sandwich.
Yeah. Get some brisket sandwich, no sauce because Danny's picky. So if y'all ever hang out with Danny and you buy him some food, make sure there's no sauce on it. Okay. Only sauce Danny be having now is gold. Okay. That's it.
I don't have any right now, but yeah.
Yeah, he left it all here.
Yeah. I got my Apple Watch.
You should bust it down with some diamonds. On the wristband, all iced out. You should get it like embezzled,
covered in diamonds.
Get the screen with diamonds on the edge.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh,
that's nice. How are you supposed to embezzle yourself? So that was funny because it happened on the way to Dallas that we saw the Buc-ee's, and just watching the way that Danny processes being in a gas station is hilarious because he worked there for 4 years. So Danny, when I watch you like in the gas station, you're like analyzing the dispenser count and the operations, and you're like analyzing all this stuff, and you're like, man, this could be better. And this, you didn't do none of that at Buc-ee's. You were like, this is dope.
Nah, I see some gas stations. I'm like, dang, that's trash.
Yeah, we saw it in Vegas, and you were like thinking about how the POS could be better and all this crap. But Buc-ee's, you were like, nah.
Now the Buc-ee's, their food ordering system could be better.
Definitely, but you want no sauce. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I was super stoked because we made it all the way up to Dallas. And while we were up there, we made a dope friend. Shout out Gabriella for hosting us. She's dope. She's out there in Denton, which I didn't realize was like freaking far as heck. I like fell asleep and then woke up and we were in Nowhereville.
Yeah. So basically we went to the meetup and it was like probably 10 o'clock at this point. Yeah, it was 10.
Which we had a dope time. We made a lot of great connections. Shout out the Dallas crew. Shout out Vina again. Happy birthday and congrats on 1 billion.
Yeah. So like 10, 11 o'clock, and I'm just like, dog, I don't know if I want to drive 4 hours to Dallas, right? Or no, back to San Antonio right now. Gabriella was nice enough to offer us her cat's bedroom. So we stole her cat's bedroom, laid down the air mattress, and she gave us a place to stay. So shout out Gabriella. And this dude on the way there, that's why he said he didn't know it was so far. It was like 45, 50 minutes away. Right. But this dude was passed out in the passenger seat, freaking slumped. Like,
yeah, if I ain't driving, I might as well be sleeping. I might as well, bro. I'd be sleeping anywhere, everywhere. I'm about to hop on this plane and go to sleep. Go to sleep and then have a dope drive. And then we got to make it. So then woke up in Denton, went to the charity event. So that was really cool. And we got to just kind of support and hang out with everybody again and see what's up. And we are looking for houses in that Frisco area. If anybody's got any, we'll definitely be interested. We know some people looking. It was a very nice neighborhood, fire event.
They had the pool in the backyard with the rocks and everything. It was great.
And it's so inspiring too, like, to see what's possible and like, that people have this and it's not like unrealistic. And like, we get to hang out with those people and connect with the community.
Dude, like they're an arm's length. It's insane.
We literally got to meet people that we've seen online but hadn't met. And then we got to see them in person and connect and make more friendships. Oh, Danny. Yeah. Tell our audience about our boy, Joel.
Our boy, Joel. So, I've been talking to Joel for a while. And cool person. He's always in the wholesale hotline comments, but I never seen this dude. I've never seen pictures of him at events and stuff. And we met him, and I was like, I knew his face, but I had to do a double take because my boy Joel is shorter than I expected him to be.
That was funny because
Right.
Joe pulled up to us like under 5 foot. I don't even know. Under 5. And that boy's strong. But that was just funny. Me and Danny
Oh
looked
yeah,
at
he
each
was picking some people up.
Yeah, me and Danny looked at each other like, was not expecting that. This is hilarious. That's our boy Joel. What was even funnier was like on the drive up there, I gave Joel a call,
Mm-hmm.
and as we're on the phone with him, the call hangs up. It just ends.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the
Randomly.
fun, dude. This is so funny.
And so I got to learn something about somebody that I'm just meeting on the internet, which, you know, your parents told you never to do unless you want to be stupid rich. Then you need to meet strangers on the internet and make phone calls. His phone call ends abruptly, and Danny goes, "Oh, that happens to him all the time. His stuff just dies." And I'm thinking to myself, what? I'm trying to make bread right now. Like, how if my phone was dead, guys, I will literally, if you hang out with me, I will stick my phone in the freezer. I will charge it wherever, like wherever needs to. I stick my phone in the freezer constantly because I'd be using it so much it overheats.
Yeah.
Then you see me do that before, right? Like,
Oh yeah, I've done it before too.
yeah, we literally be doing that. Like, oh, my phone's overheating. I did that last night because it was like on the rooftop and my phone was overheating. So I stuck it in the freezer, and the bartender was like, "Is that your phone?" I was like, "Yeah, it's my phone. I don't, you know, I need it." So yeah, just let it cool off for like 5 minutes, and then I can get back to work. And it's kind of that cycle, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people don't even take that in their own personal lives, but you might be working yourself to the bone, overheating yourself and not taking any moments to cool. I'm not saying take the whole day. I'm saying like take 5 minutes, go take a nap. Dude, people underrate naps all the time. I'd be napping.
That's a big thing for me too. The whole overworking thing. Because back when I quit my job, it felt like I didn't have an option because I had been overworking myself so much. And this is one of the parts where it's important to delegate too. I've been working on one of my rental properties myself, also working my full-time job and also doing my wholesale business. So like where's there time for rest? There isn't. Like I was working 24/7. I had to quit my job because I got so sick of working. So that's why, like Stefan said, it's important to make sure, like I would say, even just have like a scheduled break, like even just overall. I know he's talking about during one day, but like over the week, like set Sunday as a day that you don't work. Like do it on if you're having fun, do it by all means. But like give yourself a break to not be hard on yourself for not working. I think that's important because I didn't have that day.
Mm-hmm.
I had Thursdays and Fridays off from my job, and what was I doing? I was down in Columbus working on this rental 2.5 hours away. My Fridays, I was catching up, trying to clean around the house, do all these things that I hadn't had time to do. So I didn't have any set day just to rest and not worry about anything. And I think that's what pushed me over the edge. It's important to have a break too. It's important to recharge.
Yeah, and it's just like throughout the day, like, you know what I mean? Take those moments where you can get your mind right, because at the end of the day, that's where it all starts, is like here in the mind. And so like, but it's just be funny, right? Like Joel's phone died. I'm here wondering, my perspective on life's totally different. I'm like, how's your phone dead? And how is it that my homie saying this always happening to you? Okay. And like, I'm not here to judge or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, if you try to be rich, your phone better be charged, because this will make me $1 million. Okay. This will make any of you guys $1 million if you use it right. Okay. But
Yeah.
your brain is the thing that makes this thing make $1 million. And if it's over here burnt out and you haven't taken a day to rest or gotten the sleep you need or whatever. Now, I'm not saying take a year. What I'm saying, take a little bit of time so that you feel right. And nobody's here to judge you, right? Nobody's here to tell you what it is. I'm not your coach. I'm not your daddy. I'm not none of that. Okay. I'm here to just tell you what it is. And the work does need to get done. But if you have a day when you're not feeling it, take the motherfucking day. Take that. Take it. Just take it off. Do whatever you gotta do. Okay. Go get you a U day and then get back to work. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that cool break. I put my phone in the fridge, 5 minutes. Guess what I'm not doing? I'm not texting. I'm not calling. I'm interacting with people, socializing. Boom. Get my phone back to work. Cool.
Yeah.
Why? Because when it was hot, it wasn't functioning right. Lagging, calls dropping. So the quality, even though I could continue to work, quality down. Take 5 minutes, boom, quality back up 100%. Now I'm operating where I need to be. And so I think that's super powerful. And so it was really funny when we get to Dallas after meeting Joel. Danny hadn't met Joel either. And so it's like we have this idea of the person, and then we get to see the person in real life, which is great.
Yeah. Nah,
So-
it was great meeting him too, because I had been talking to this dude for a while. And for the backstory, the reason I know his phone dies all the time is because shout out to my boy Jesse Stanton. He's got his coaching called the Growth Co, like trying to help everyone's mindset and stuff. And he had me on his first go around, and Joel was also in there. So he'd just be talking on the Zoom sometimes in the Zoom call, and then all of a sudden he just stopped talking. And we were like, where'd Joel go? His phone died.
And that's why you need friends, right? You need friends to kind of check in on you and stuff like that. But we made it back from Dallas. We stayed an extra day, extra than what we had expected, and that's okay. And it was funny because on the way down, we're actually planning our Austin meetup, right?
Yep.
And the thing with communication is funny because we're on our way down and we got the Austin team together. So shout out Marco, shout out Prax, shout out Alec, shout out everybody who helped put that together because it was a huge success and we had a great turnout and the energy was great. The vibes were awesome. A lot of memories were made. We still got to post about that, Danny, because we didn't even post about it.
Oh yeah, I'll have that post coming soon. I gotta post about that, and I still have to post about the multifamily or the birthday bash.
The birthday bash. So like a lot of content is coming from it, but that whole experience. But communication is one of those things where like it can be kind of tough. And it was funny because we actually were in the group driving on the way down. It's on Sunday and our meetup's on Monday. And somebody in the group said something like, "Oh, I can't post this on my social media." And
Sorry guys, I can't promote this.
No contact. Yeah, it was like, "Sorry guys, I can't promote this." No context. It wasn't like, "Hey, my job," or nothing like that. No context. I look at Danny. Okay, this is how it be if you're like our friend. Okay, I look at Danny. I'm like, we don't got time for that negativity. Okay, we didn't even talk to this guy on the phone. It's all in a text, no context. I'm just like, kick him out the group. Rejected. It's like took 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and we get a call from the friend. He's like, "Bro, like, no, he's got a job and they can't." I was like, "Oh, totally get it. I totally get what the issue is. Why did you just say that?"
Yeah, he wasn't transparent.
Why did you just say that? Why did you say I just can't promote this? It just felt weird. Okay, and that's something I learned in a book I was reading, which is that it doesn't really matter the message I'm trying to communicate or that you yourself are trying to communicate. It's actually about how the person on the other side receives your message.
Oh, 100%.
Because we want our message to be received however we want it to, but that doesn't mean that's how people are actually receiving it. And so ensuring that people receive that what we're trying to say and our communication is on point, huge.
Everyone thinks differently too. It's like the same thing as like Jamil says, never go use a buyer's agent on a property that's listed, because you might convey something that you want the buyer's agent or the listing agent to know, but then you go tell the buyer's agent, and then they perceive it differently. Then they go tell the story, then it's just passed down through a bunch of people through their own perspective, So stuff can get skewed. So
yeah, definitely, especially like when you guys are going teams and all that kind of stuff. So communication is very key. Like this morning, Danny and I didn't get on a call, so I just sent him a voice message. Hit all the things. Boom, boom, boom. Here's what we're trying to do. Boom, boom. He was good. Boom. Now we're here. We're shooting our podcast. I'm gonna go pick up the merch here in a little bit.
Yeah. If you're down to fund, guys, let us know.
Yeah, we are always looking for private money lenders. So please let us know in the comments or DM me on IG. Just say I am DTF. I'm down to fund your deals. Okay. So we're driving back from Dallas, prepping for our Austin meetup. It's Sunday, right? I'm like ready to be home, ready to hit the gym. Just all those things, like when you feel that way, especially after you're driving for a while. I'm like, oh, I need to get into my routine again.
Yeah.
Danny's been out of his crib for like a few days, so he's like, what routine? What shit? What are we talking about? We literally didn't even gym on Saturday or Sunday because we were so short on time driving.
Mhm.
But we made the time, right? We had fun with it. And then Sunday, we literally got home and I think we rested, right? I think I even took a nap.
No, that was actually Sunday. Isn't Sunday when we
That's when we got
went to the
home,
gym? Or was it
right?
Monday?
Maybe.
One of those days. Tell them about what you had me do.
Oh, you made it sound so terrible. Like, you made it sound awful. Like what the heck? So guys, we got back from Dallas and I took Danny to meet one of my homies. His name is Johnny. Okay, shout out you,
Mhm.
Johnny, if you ever watch this. Johnny is like my personal trainer here, and he puts me through the ringer. And what that literally means is like we throw on gloves, we train mitts, we hit the bag, we hit each other, okay, in sparring sessions. And so I brought Danny to meet Johnny because Danny's somebody I love, right? Danny's a homie. He's my bro. Like literally we're doing everything, right? So when I have love for people, I want them to be at a high level, right? You also have to have standards for your homies and shit. Like you can't just hang around with like drug users and you can't do that to yourself. Danny's super strong, physically strong, mother effer. Okay, very strong. Like if you mess with him, he could hurt you. But he's also very kind and gentle and soft, like a teddy bear. So he's like strong, but he's like soft. Okay, so part of the training of life is to harden yourself mentally, physically, right? And then that way you can be dangerous in any environment, and then of course get money and other things. But the mind is very powerful, and so although the body can be strong, if the mind is scared or the mind is weak, it's not going to realize its full potential. So I had
Yep.
Danny throw on my gloves, and we literally went at it. And what's crazy, guys, Danny's probably like, I don't know how much stronger, but he's definitely stronger than me. But when it comes to the fight, like I got that killer instinct. And that's the
Yeah.
thing in life, right? Like you could be the strongest guy is not necessarily the most dangerous, right? Maybe the most dangerous person or the most lethal or the most capable person. That'd be the best word. The most capable person is not necessarily the biggest, the strongest, the smartest. It's usually the person who wants it the most, who's the hungriest, who has that in them, because you can't catch that, right? As the Birdman says, right? You can't catch my drive. Okay.
He in Paris too.
In Paris, we keep the lights on. It's about the lights. That's the shit that I'm talking about. So getting Danny into the gym with my friend Johnny, okay, so that they could train a little bit, and then Danny and I could spar. We have clips from this, which is great, that we want to put out, because the Microflip Mafia and what Danny and I are doing in our lives is a lot more than just real estate. The real estate's part of it, right? And the deals we're doing, all part of it. And what we want to show you guys is valuable, right? But there's other aspects to it, right? We have personal lives, we have personal feelings, there's emotions, like we want lives and we want lifestyles and all these things. And we're
Mhm.
young. So it's not like any one piece of this can we just separate. A lot of people think they can just separate, like they want work-life balance, right? They're like work-life balance.
Does not exist.
Well, for me, it's work-life integration. My
Yeah.
work is my life. My like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? I live and I'm working. It's never. It's not like I go clock in. It's like I wake up
Yeah.
to problems, I solve problems, I get paid.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's it. It's literally like, okay, wake up, solve a problem, buy somebody's deal, sell one of my cash deals, right? Get to the next project, raise the capital. It's a problem-solving equation that results into money into my bank account on a daily basis. And we're making money while we're traveling. We're about to,
Mhm.
dude, literally, I'm about to call the attorney in 2 days. Okay. We should have it vacant, close next week. Boom. I already signed the contract. Good to go.
And one of the best feelings is being on a trip and signing a contract.
Oh, dude, that's how I felt when I bought the house at your crib.
Oh yeah, dude, that was sick. So he had a mobile notary come to my house when he was buying something
When was this, bro? This
3
was
weeks
like
ago.
3 weeks ago. Dude, time is flying.
It might have been a 4 weeks. Shoot, it might have been a month ago.
I don't think so. I think it's only been 3 weeks.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's the end of August.
Yeah, I think so.
Guys, we don't even know. Time's moving too fast. It's catching up to us.
Okay.
But no, yeah, everything was so sick, man. Yeah, so we threw this meetup in Austin, and it was this awesome turnout. We had it at the WeWork. Shout out Alec for providing the space too. So we had it at the WeWork that he works at. Guys, in Austin, we spent a day in Austin. Austin's a really cool place. I really like it actually.
Austin was great, right? Great views, great city.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Guys,
we
I'm almost sold on the WeWork. I'm like, I'm gonna move to Austin just so I can work at that WeWork. This guy.
this guy, bro, this guy, I can't with him.
No, but no, it was really nice. The view was awesome. Then I've never been to a WeWork. So they have these little like phone booths where you can literally shut the door and it's sound dampening. So you can like very faintly hear the outside, but it helps you like zone in and focus. If you guys don't know, I actually did a live stream while I was in one of those phone booths. Go back on the channel and look for it. I was calling some agents on some properties in North Georgia, North Atlanta, shall I say. Uh, but no, it was a really nice place that I could actually focus because at least me anyways, it's so easy for me to get distracted, like especially at my home. And I'm like, oh shoot, I hear the dog barking or there's dishes to do or I see something. It's like, oh, let me go grab something to eat. And then I see something else in the house that needs to be done. At that WeWork, there's not many distractions. You
Yeah.
know?
And I think that's a key point. Like get out of an environment like that sometimes. I know Danny has his whole setup and stuff. So like, but other than that, it's like if you can get out your environment to get work done, like it's probably the best thing you can do.
Absolutely. Because it's like, guys, I can do as far as real estate goes, I can do everything from my laptop. But as far as the content creation, my workspace is like definitely the go-to place. I got 3 monitors, the powerful computer. But no, guys, that's the thing for real estate though. All you need is a laptop. That's it.
That's all you
Uh,
need.
but no, back to Austin. Meetup was great, great turnout. Gonna have to be making some posts about that. And then we actually left early. We left in style. We actually did show up like right on time. We left an hour early because we had to make it to a Drake concert, which that
Dude.
was pretty fun, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, dude. And that was actually like my first concert. So like that was super fire that we got to go see Drake live in person with 21 because Drake
Yeah.
hasn't done a tour in like 3 albums. So it's been like 8 years.
Yeah,
And
it is my first concert too.
yeah, and I don't even like listen to Drake super heavy, but man, Drake's got some hits and I've been going through it and it gives me like a reason to, right? It gives me a reason to go through it and listen to music, and that's something I never really did actually. So like I would read I've been big on audiobooks
Mhm.
for like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It's audiobooks, boom. I'm reading like one a month because I didn't read nothing in college or high school.
Mm.
But why? Why did I not read nothing in high school or college? Because the people who were giving me the referral, I didn't trust their opinion. They didn't really know more than me. They were like 25-year-olds with college degrees, but like
Working at Starbucks.
what do I care about a college degree? I have family members with college degrees. And I look at them like, why like what are you doing?
Yeah, like some people go to Harvard and they think that's everything.
Yeah, they go to Harvard and then they sell life insurance. Okay. Well, you could sell, guys, you could literally go get a life insurance license right now. Like, this is my point, right? Some people go to Harvard to go sell life insurance, and you could sell life insurance for like, you could go get a license and everything for like less than $500.
Mhm.
So for less than $500, you could be doing the same job as somebody who went to Harvard. Okay. You literally are going to start from the same place because they don't teach you nothing about no insurance in college. Okay. And this is coming from a guy who had a full ride to college and then dropped out because I got bored. I was literally like so bored. Like, I was like, when am I going to learn how to make money?
It
They
doesn't
were like,
happen. They
they were
teach
like,
you how to be an employee.
not even. They don't even.
Not even.
They're just like, you don't learn how to make money because
Just
that's
learn
not what
how
we.
to find the X of this equation.
Oh, I was so far past that, bro. I was in. There's this math. So in math, okay, because anybody who didn't go to college, I'm gonna explain to you how math works. So if you took calculus in high school, okay, okay, Danny didn't take calculus. So if you took calculus in high school, then you pull up to college and it's Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. Then it's called differential equations. Then it's called partial differential equations. And the maths keep mathing. There's like so many levels of calculus. They literally get rid of the math. Like
That's
the numbers.
freaking wild.
Bro, it becomes literally letters that signify stuff, okay? And then you're just proving that the letters cancel out. That's what you're trying to do. So and then you get some results, which is some other letter.
So it's a bunch of letters.
Okay, this is when I realized college was like, or being an engineer. This is when I realized being an engineer was not for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I realized that my personal best, like me trying to understand this high level math, was like a C to a B student. Okay. And that was just like, why would I pursue something that wasn't like I could excel and put my full potential in? Real estate found that was like, I'm sold. You sold me the dream. Ain't nobody sold me nothing but garbage beliefs. Ain't nobody sold me nothing but like, oh, you need to go to college. Nobody could explain to me none of that stuff, right? Found real estate, got sold the dream, was like, all right, I'm doing that.
This is so funny too that we're talking about this because I even had people in my past that really pressed me. My parents, shout out to them, they always believed in me. I said I didn't want to go to college. They never pressed me about that. But there's some other people that I won't name in my life that I'm no longer close to anymore. But they were like, well, how are you going to make money? What if this doesn't work out? You got to go to college, get a degree, get a real job. And guys, let's clear this up too. I last year made more than some people do at college at my W-2. And I didn't go to college.
And that's just sheer work ethic. That's just you worked a lot. You worked your ass off.
Yeah, I absolutely worked my ass off, but it just shows like if you just really want to put in the work and make some money, you can. You don't have to go to college. Most of the people that go to college are so obsessed with what degree they have and how much they know, but they don't have money. They're in debt. It's just not the life I ever wanted to live. I always saw, oh, people get loans, go to school, get in college debt. And I was just like, so owe money and wait to make money? Because I'm like, okay, if I go to college for 4 years, that's 4 years that I'm not going to make any money, or I might make some money working at a part-time job that doesn't pay that much. I'm like, I need to get into a full-time job as fast as possible that pays a decent amount so I can stack up my money because I don't have time to waste. That was my whole thing. I don't want to waste time going to school because I'm not even going to, I never even liked going to school. So why would I go to college? Why would I pay to go to something I didn't like to do?
It doesn't make no sense. Okay.
It doesn't. And then I ended up making more money. I bet you I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I have probably made more money than anyone in my graduating class that has went to school. It's true.
It's probably true. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, and being in the 1% is really not crazy. I mean, you got to learn some skills. You worked your job and you made money wholesaling and flipping houses. Like, it's just you put in the work and you get there. Now, I think this is where a lot of people miss out, right? It's like they get the money, they get the thing, you know what I mean? And then they lose the thing that drives them because this happens to all of us at very low levels and very high levels. You get some level of success and you slow down. Okay. And a lot of this I would attribute to the fact that getting to where you're going means you need to set the next place that you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And setting those goals, super important. And it's something that I've been picking up from all of the guests we've had on the podcast, right? It's like having the goals and having a clear vision of where you want to go is going to help you get there. Mm-hmm. And it's something we've been doing that's been really freaking awesome for me is setting up the next thing that we're doing very quickly in proximity to where we're at now. So like not necessarily physical, but like just timeline. Like we just sent you home last week, right? Mm-hmm. Was it last week? Dude, this is how crazy time's flying. Okay. Yeah, and we even made an extra meetup. We even made that other meetup in San Marcos just by pure luck because of your
flight. We didn't even get to that.
Which we'll get to. But it's just like it's crazy, right? Because we're setting up things so quickly in proximity that it gives us the next boost. We're like, all right, we got to get there. All right, here's what's happening. All right, what are we doing? And that has led to sparks, to little things that are happening that we can now do. And it's funny because at the beginning of the year, you're telling me this. Well, you're telling me this in Vegas, but at the beginning of the year, you're like, I'm done traveling. You know, right before Vegas, you were like, I'm done traveling.
Yeah. Yeah. And since Vegas, I have been to Puerto Rico, Texas, and we got a spot. I'm gonna let you guys wait until the end of the podcast to figure out where we're going next.
We'll let them know where we're going next. Don't worry.
Yeah, you guys, if you keep watching to the end, you guys are gonna know where we're going next, and we're gonna host something. It's something crazy. We're doing something crazy.
It's coming. We're gonna drop the surprise,
coming.
but we'll wrap up our Texas adventure. So finally did our Austin thing, saw Drake. Drake was fire, got some dope shirts, memories were made. The night was very legendary and glad I got that under my belt. I want to go do more live music this year, next year, and we're setting up those things. And then on Thursday this past week, Danny was about to go home. Or he was going home actually. I was about to drop him off at the airport.
You're like 10 minutes away.
Which your flight had gotten delayed already one time. And as we're dropping him off, he checks. Good thing he checked, right? He checked his app and realized that his flight had actually gotten delayed even further.
Yeah. So my original departure was 6:30 p.m. and the meetup was at 6 p.m. in San Marcos. So I was like, dang, sucks. I'm not going to be able to make the meetup. But I even looked and there was no flights I could have changed to unless I wanted to wait until like 3 more days or have a 12-hour layover. I'm like, what's the point in that? That's no. It's only 2.5 hours away. So then it got delayed to 8 p.m. And I was like, dang, my flight just got delayed. It gives us some more time at the house, but still not enough time to make the meetup because it's 45 minutes away. And I got to be there 2 hours before my flight, or at least an hour and a half or an hour, just depending. And then we got some Chick-fil-A, and then all of a sudden I checked the app and I'm like, yo, hold up. Now it says 12:30 a.m. Yo, pull over real quick because I was trying to confirm before we went to the airport. Be like, oh, we about to go to this meetup right now? We about to go to this meetup? So I actually confirmed. I found an email that says, yeah, your flight's been delayed to 12:30 a.m., which it was good and bad at the same time because I had my boy James coming to pick me up, and he was expecting to pick me up late at night. And I'm like, dog, go to sleep right now. My flight's landing at 4 a.m. He's like, bruh.
Communication, right? But it worked out because that's when he's like, that's when I was going to eat up anyway.
Yeah, so we ended up going to the San Marcos meetup with Munif, Love, and all them people. Alec was there. We got to see our boy Alec again and a bunch of great people. We had some great networking, and that was fun. We made a video out of that too, so guys, stay tuned. We got a bunch of videos coming.
Texas it was super late. We got a whole adventures. It was amazing to have Danny here, and I want to I'll go all the way back to when you first landed. Within 10 minutes of being at my crib, what did you say to me, Danny? Within like 10 minutes.
I could move to Texas.
Boom. That's how freaking powerful proximity and energies are. That I don't think people like realize is like you were here for like 10 minutes and you're like, I could see myself being here.
Yeah.
Okay. The same way when I would pull up to freaking your house, I was like, no way. It's not the move. I knew like, all right, I'm glad I'm here. All right, let's boom. All right, where are we going next? Right. But it's that kind of like you feel it, you like it, you want it, you move with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I thought that was freaking awesome.
Yeah, freaking sick, dude. So, and guys, I also figured out while I was in Texas that I had some complications with my HOA in my house that I'm in right now. And I won't go too much into detail because it's kind of like a legal thing at this point. But they've hit me with some legal documents from an attorney, essentially trying to remove everyone from my home when they're kind of in the wrong. So trying to fight them back. But I'm honestly at the point where I'm probably just going to sell my house. But like when I got that, I was like, shoot, I'm going to have to sell my house. Like it was literally at night. I was actually making a thumbnail for our episode 4 with the Trana Bros. I was making a thumbnail. I was emailing myself a picture of them to my computer so I could do it on the computer. And I accidentally clicked on my personal email instead of my business one. And I see literally in the tagline, homeowners association attorney, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? And Stefan was sitting right across from me. I'm like, bro, I was sitting there reading this. Like, I think I got to sell my house. So that was a hard pill to swallow because I like my house. But it is what it is. I'm going back and forth with them, but I'm to the point where the HOAs annoyed me so much. I know I could probably win this battle, but I'm sick of dealing with them. So I'm actually going to sell it and make money off of it. If I sold it traditionally, shout out to my boy Stefan. I was like, man, I'm going to have to sell the house. I'm going to lose some money. He's like, bro, sell it sub 2. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about? Like, it was like just get a down payment, let somebody take over the mortgage. If they fucking don't pay, we'll take the house back. This is game
Yeah,
over.
exactly. So that's what we're doing. Well, what I'm doing. Uh, so structuring it's a hybrid deal, getting a down payment and the PITI is kind of high. So I put a seller finance portion on the property as well, but with a balloon in 5 years, no payments because the payments are already high. So for someone to make that payment work, I didn't want to add like a few $100 a month because it's like I don't really need $200 a month. Be nice, but I'll just take the balloon in 5 years. So with me structuring the deal this way, I'll sell my house. I'll get my down payment that I put into it back. I'll lose a little bit of money up front, but then on the back end, I'm probably going to make around 40,000.
It's fire. And this is all like what happens when you get close, right? And you have good friends with strategy who are in the motherfucking game. Like if you're hanging out with people who are not talking real estate, not talking money, not talking fitness, not talking finance, not talking females, not talking anything in your life that serves you, get around new people. Instant. Don't even think about it. If you don't like the people you're hanging out with, at the same time, don't cut out people. Don't be petty because I'd be petty as fuck sometimes. I literally would be like, all right, you want to play games? Get the fuck out. Like there's no bullshit. And I move like that, but I'm working on that. I'm working to not be a petty asshole no more, right? I'm working on that as a person. And look, guys, you guys can watch the series and watch me grow and be a beautiful fucking killer. Okay, I'm a killer whale shark. But what I think was like so powerful is just like Danny had a situation, and the first thing I didn't even trip. I was just like, well, okay, just sub 2. Just this. Just get something quick and easy. Yeah, boom. And then you don't have to deal with nothing. No bank, no appraisal, no nothing, no headache. People have to pay the mortgage. Game over.
If I would have sold this on market, we're talking 6% commissions, closing costs. This is a mid $400,000 house. It's so 30 grand to agents and closing costs. If I get 465, I'm at 430. I got like 440 something in it. So I would have lost money if I sold it traditionally.
And so, I mean, and this all goes and ties into, right? Like this is part of the universe allowing Danny more opportunity, giving him more reasons to move on. And so this is why our Content Cribs journey continues, because we are looking for the content crib where we can go make this happen and really blow this up this coming year. And I cannot wait till next year to rewatch this and be like, man, we set that intention. We made it happen. We executed.
Dude, it's going to be absolutely crazy. And that, dude, the scary and exciting part at the same time is I've had people ask me, well, where are you going to go? Like right now, if my house sells like next week, where am I going to go? I don't know. That's the fun part.
It's part of the adventure.
So you guys might see me end up in Texas at Stefan's house.
Yeah, that'd be lit. So, and that's the cool thing, right? It's when you have friends, like shit like this can happen. Especially like I was talking about, like good friends who make money and you guys can like rely and do shit like this. And we're young, so it makes the most sense. What I will say is we have a lot of things coming up. I know we're kind of short on time, so we're going to be releasing our whole trip. Guys, definitely be tuning in for that. The things we have coming up, and I want you guys to be doing similar things of setting up your future and expecting fun things and calling that into existence. And fuck the money, okay? You might be feeling broke right now, but if you have a little bit of money that's not dedicated towards food, light bills, rent, those types of things, and you can invest into yourself and those experiences, do it, okay? And so right now I'm getting ready for my flight and my trip. And we at the meetup in San Marcos had this amazing, brilliant idea that's going to launch our merch brand. And we want to keep you guys in tune. But we're going to be having Down to Fun shirts. Okay. DTF. And we're going to be using that as a way. And this all happened because we were at a meetup and was just doing us and having fun with it and interacting.
Boom.
It's hilarious. Okay.
Check it out, guys.
Tune in because we're going to have some clips of talking about the RUDTF shirt, and you will be able to order it at some point. I'm going to San Francisco to go test the concept of DTF at a multifamily event, see if people are down to fund for the real estate. If you're down to fund, hit me up on my IG. Okay. We'll find deals for you to fund. Okay. We have so many. And then, don't know what that was. That was weird. Our big announcement for next week, September 28th, Thursday, in Miami. Okay, downtown Miami, we are having the South Florida meetup of the season for September. It is a September to motherfucking remember. You're gonna want to be there. Okay, Danny's gonna wrap up our freaking ad and flyer. You're gonna see it everywhere. But if you're watching this, you're gonna want to be there. Okay, it's gonna be September 28th. It's gonna be sub 2 in the sky. It's gonna be the most lit, most dopest meetup that we've ever thrown, and we're expecting hundreds of people. Like, I don't even know how many, but we're expecting, just with the team we have and how epic this event's going to be. I am so freaking stoked
Guys,
to let everybody know.
This one's going to be so much bigger than the Austin meetup, because Austin, we just threw it up on a limb and just put a flyer out there and saw what happened. But this one, we're actually structuring this. We're going to have a bunch of people in place. We had a Zoom call about what we're going to do to make this an awesome meetup. So,
yeah, we had fire people. It's going to be literally the most dope. We're going to have a legendary throwdown in Miami next week. I'm super excited to hang out with you, Danny. And Stefan's getting a second phone. We're going to have two motherfucking phones. Danny got me on the 2 phone gang now.
I did.
I remember when I made 60K with this guy, right? And he said, how's it feel to make drug dealer money without being a drug dealer? Okay. And now that I'm going to have 2 phones, I know what he means. So,
God, it's a weird thing, but it's so much easier having 2 phones, at least for me.
Well, it's 2023 and we're going to be shooting content. So it's kind of what it is.
Especially shooting content, because it's like I got one. This is like I can vlog anywhere with this thing. Now I got this nice camera right here, but it's a huge camera. You got to carry it around. If I'm going somewhere where I can't conveniently have a camera on my side, I'm going to pop this thing out and record with it. That's where I recorded with in Puerto Rico for most of the vlog.
Fire. And that's the kind of stuff. See, that's why Danny's getting me on. It's that proximity. And so those are the types of stuff. Like Danny before Vegas, I'm done traveling. Danny after Vegas, where are we going next? Right.
This is my life now. It's
the mindset and the change, right? And then using this momentum to create what we're creating here. So I appreciate everybody for like who's tuned in and who's following the journey, because as we travel and we do this, Danny, I see people being like, dude, we love what you're doing. We love what the content you're putting out. So the support that we're getting is so awesome. Like, I love that. And I want to continue to bring everybody so much value and share our journey. And of course, we're going to be talking real estate. Like, we bought the one house last month. I'm going to close on another one from somebody from that Austin meetup next week. And then I'm trying to close out this mobile home, who I'm going to call the title company after this. So many fire things are going on right now.
Oh yeah, guys, the sky is really the limit. And like when you put your mind to stuff, and to have that discipline and make it happen, it's just it's crazy what you can accomplish. And now we're gonna have our down to fund. We're having a merch line, you guys. So it's all gonna be like cool stuff, like the real estate, like DTF. You guys, I mean, there's other abbreviations for DTF. It's kind of a joke, but we're down to fund.
Well, and this is funny. So, I mean, and I'm working on a skit, but it's just like living life, talking about these things, naturally occurring ideas happen. And then having a brother like Danny, where I can just be like, hey, let's do this. And he already sees what I'm talking about. That's impossible to come by.
Dude, yeah. Freaking down to fund. Look at that. It's beautiful. You guys are going to see it on the shirt here soon. I think you're picking them up today, right?
What's up?
You're picking up the shirts today?
Yeah, I'm going to go pick them up right now.
Dude, that's exciting. You're going to have some shirts. Are you down to fund? And you didn't really mention it, but you're going to a multifamily event and you're going to be wearing this shirt.
So I'm going to use the multifamily event as a place to market it and use this concept of down to fund, because it's so organic and so natural that like when we tell people about it, I can tell it resonates. And that's one of those things, like if you can pick up on it, pick up on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be receptive to what people are telling me, and everybody seems to enjoy and have a fun time with it. And so people have already told me they want the shirt, and I didn't plan for it to be like popular like that. But because there's demand, we're going to give the people what they want. So stay tuned, guys. Like, when the shirt drops, we want you to be able to get it, especially if you've been watching us and following us. Like, I want you to be a part of it. So that's super exciting to be a part of this. Yeah, bro. I'm stoked to see where we go next with the podcast. We have some dope guests lined up for next week. I know we were late this week, and we're gonna get back on top of this and be on time. But we'll adjust next week. We don't need to beat ourselves up, and then get on track. So we got our next interview coming out next week, and then we got some amazing guests. It's gonna be so
great.
fire, yeah. And then in Miami, I think there's even a couple people we can get to meet up and maybe do a live podcast, a live pod.
That would be sick. So that means bring your microphone with you,
Maybe,
bro.
I'm gonna have to buy it.
Huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna bring his mic with him because we got to get this quality up. Yeah, guys. I guess that's pretty much it. Miami meetup on the 28th of this month, September 28th, Thursday. What we're gonna do it around 7 p.m. or something.
Yeah, guys, look out for the flyer. We're gonna be dropping it in all the groups, all of the private groups. So Sub 2 and Astro, we're gonna have a couple hundred registrations. We'll probably like 500 registrations, and we could probably only let like 200 people in. So if you guys are really wanting to be there when we drop it with the registration, get in ASA freaking P. Okay, don't waste no time. Don't dilly dally.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, let's freaking go. This is going to be exciting. Miami meetup coming soon. All these YouTube videos, I'm going to have to cut them up. We're going to be uploading them weekly. And you guys are going to see how that Texas trip went. You're going to see how Miami goes and everything. It's just going to be a blast. Like it's so exciting just doing a bunch of fun things with you, bro.
That's like the best part. And I love how spontaneous it's happening. So
yeah,
everything just aligned.
A few days ago that we're going to Miami, which we had talked about it last week, but it was a very up in the air thing.
Well, the thing was like this, like I made plans to go to Miami on Saturday when I was talking to the seller because I could just tell he needed a friend. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go. Okay. I'll just go to Miami. And then Paige dropped this challenge. And then I'm like, Danny, now we got to go and let's make it the biggest meetup ever. That wasn't even my intention. My intention was just to have a meetup. Yeah, we're working on this deal where we're going to throw the penthouse. And if we can make it happen, it's going to be the content crib. It'll be fire.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, that's it. Drop a like if you enjoyed. I mean, if you watched this far, I'm assuming you enjoyed it. So just drop the like. Get subscribed if you haven't. Also, turn those bell notifications on so you guys get notified when we do upload these podcasts and all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram. Both our Instagrams are right here, right there, and right there. So hit us up, follow us on Instagram so you can get like live updates of what we got going on because YouTube always sees it late. Now it's in better. There's more content and it's a little more intriguing to watch on YouTube, but you got to wait for it. That's the thing. If you want now content, go check us out on Instagram. See what we're posting, see what we're doing in the day-to-day. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. New episode coming next week. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, guys. Peace out. Have a freaking awesome one. We'll see you next time.
Peace.